Good evening, Facebook friends. How are we tonight? So, lovely Monday night, and I hope you've had a great start to the week. And so I am so happy to be bringing about the first of my chats about the 36 symptoms of the menopause. So my heart goes out to so many of you ladies. I am so glad. I was drawn when I started on the HRT, so I'm now into my 9th week of the HRT, and I was so glad that I shared my journey with you lovely followers on my page and gave you my usual complete honesty and transparency as to what was going on in my life, and shared with you that was the only reason the list came about, is because I was looking for, I'd only got 10 minutes doctor's appointment. I knew I had to get across a lot of information. Hey Catherine, hi Anita, hi Lynette, lovely to see you Katie, Liz. So I only had 10 minutes, a lot of information to get across, wanted to come out with the right thing, so did my research and came up with this list, and then how many times I suffered with the different things, and then realised when I spoke to the doctor, she was like, oh wow, this is amazing, Kate, can you spread the good news of this? And I was like, yeah, I think I can do that. Hey Dorothy, hi Karen, hi Anne-Marie, Rebecca, lovely to see you again, and Donna, Deborah. So that's how the list came about, girls. It's just purely me sharing my life experiences. I realised I'd been suffering for a couple of years, but things had steadily got worse and worse. And so we don't need to suffer in silence. We do not. There are things that we can do, and that's from the and for those of you that I've tried to catch up so much with the messages you lovely ladies have been sending me and reaching out, and I'm trying very hard to keep up with the amount of messages that you have. If I haven't got to you over this weekend, I'm sorry, it was because my birthday weekend. Blame my friend Leslie and Tracy, Ashley. They took me out of the game, shall we say, for 24 hours. So I'm still catching up. So I wanted to go. Basically, what will happen is I'll go live every day for the next 30 days. Some of them I've put together, so that's why I'm not doing 36 days. Is because some of them link together, and some of them there's just nothing that we can do about whatsoever. But I wanted to bring you remedies and good news. That's what I want to bring you. I want to liberate you at this stage of your life to know that there is something you can do. I know there's a lot of feeling of helplessness and frustration and anxiety, and we get anxiety about the anxiety, and it's just a very stressful stage to go through. But it's something that each one of us ladies goes through. No matter what degree you are at, you may get some of the symptoms, none of the symptoms you might, but even if you can just appreciate people around you who are going through them, then I think that can help shed a lot of light on it. So, headaches. First of all, why do we get them during the menopause? So this isn't general headaches, this is the menopausal. You've never suffered with headaches before in your life, but you are now in your 40s plus, something's going on that it gives you the most insane headache that you literally find it struggle to function. Why do you get it? Well, first of all, the reason you get it is because estrogen causes your blood vessels to dilate, and progesterone causes your blood vessels to tighten. And because your hormone levels, when you're perimenopausal, easy for me to say, are going like that, your blood vessels are going release, contract, and that is basically messing with your brain, and that's what's giving you the headaches. So that's the science bit of it, according to Kate. So I know there's doctors and nurses and all sorts of other ladies in this, but if you can relate to just suddenly for no reason, have you suddenly started getting these? And this is your time to interact back with me. This isn't just me blabbing on, this is you interacting with me. And get them every month, usually mid-cycle, and the last about day always lasts about, say, yes, fed up with them. Karen, I hear you. I'd never suffered with them before, ever in my life. And but then suddenly it's just so annoying, so annoying. So that is why we get them. And other causes are because of some of the other symptoms, like the fuzzy head and the loss of memory and the having to really concentrate on things. Because of that going on in our lives, we are really having to engage our brains far more intensely, and we're going against. The estrogen levels are dropping, it's giving us this fuzzy brain, and we're having to really concentrate hard on, especially for those of you that are in jobs that require you're very lucky, Janet, that require a lot of concentration. You're having to fight extra hard to do it, so that can give you the headache as well. So that's the reasons for them. And our lifestyle is just so hectic. Ladies of our previous generations, they didn't used to go through the menopause until they were in their late 50s. Late 50s was when it used to happen. That late 50s is where nature designed it to happen. In the caveman world, we should have been putting our feet up. Next generation and the generation below them were doing their thing. We were just there to look after the grandchildren, do a few campfire stories, and spread about the recipes to do with the stuff that they've got out of the woods. That's what we were supposed to be doing. Oh, feeling sick, Julianne. That's horrible when you get them so bad that you feel sick. But now that's not the case, is it? The ladies start to go through the menopause earlier than we ever had. Migraines for 40 years, Janet. Oh gosh. Well, let's see if we can find something that can help you with it. And I'm just seeing it on beta blockers, I presume that says, but I can't scroll it any further down. So yeah, so the concentration and the lifestyle, we've got it coming in it's closing in from both angles. Our lives have never been more stressful. We've never expected more of ourselves. We've got to run the household, do the job, have our kids later. The kids are still around. The kids still need us. We've still got little kids. I'm 51 and my 8-year-old twins, they still need me as much as ever. And and so what are some of the solutions? So one of the big ones is dehydration, guys. So within here, share if you have other things, as I talk through, if you have other things, share them. This is a sharing community. You're amongst like-minded ladies, and this is, we've got a place of trust here. Sorry, Donna, what we're saying, being organised, but now go from one job to another, now go in the first place. Oh, I know what you mean, yes. And Anne, 40, started 53, since I was... Yeah, Linda, it's, so you start getting perimenopausal is when they start getting a bit, when was the last time I had one? Am I pregnant? And you establish you're not pregnant, but you've got sore boobs, you've got other things going on, and you realise then, yes, it's that's the perimenopausal. And then you need to have stopped periods for a year before a doctor will say, you're menopausal. But anyway, I digress. Dehydration. One of these, this is my glorious, that's where I'm going, Cape Verde, over Christmas, that's enough to get rid of some headaches, and the thought of going there. So yeah, one of these, 500 millilitres, you've got to be drinking 3 and a bit of these, girls. That is the recommended amount that you should be going. Anxiety, yeah, I feel for you. Sadie, anxiety, I'm going to be covering that in a lot of detail. But dehydration, 3 and a bit of these is what you should have. But if you're having hot sweats in the night, you can lose one of these in a big all over sweat. You know those ones where, you're like, how can my earlobes even sweat? I didn't even know that my big toe had sweat things on it. But, you know what I mean, girls. So you can sweat one of those in one of those sessions. So normally you wake up dehydrated. Normally you're waking up about a litre down from when you went to bed. So you've got to be embracing water first thing in the morning to get yourself even in a state of being able to function. A dehydrated brain cannot function. Cannot do it. So, Blood sugar levels, keeping your blood sugar levels steady. Janet, absolutely essential. So otherwise that's not going to help you at all. So dehydration, big one. Keep yourself hydrated. That's one of the first ones. Alcohol. Of course we can give ourselves a headache with alcohol, but alcohol actually that night, that day, the following day, if you're prone to headaches, is going to make you even more prone to the headaches. Michelle, yeah, they're struggling to concentrate. It's huge. It's so annoying, isn't it? And you know what? And if we can change the culture so you can speak to work colleagues, this is what I'm on a mission to do. This is what I'm going to be getting you guys together with me in venues across the UK to speak about this and raise the awareness of it, because employers need to be aware of the menopause. That aching joints, Joanne, I'm going to be covering that within the next 30 days. The feeling fuzzy, not concentrating, I'm going to be covering that. We need to raise the awareness so it's not a taboo subject, that it's okay for you to say to your work colleagues, I'm in a bad place right now. Right, today is not a good day. So please, if you can, just bear with me. And it being okay to say that. You're not copping out, you're not anything else. You've got a misfunction going on in your bloody body. So don't hold it against yourself. You're not going nuts, girls. It's just part of the estrogen leaving the body, and we've just got to learn how to cope with it. So let me give you some tools. So also, if you decide to go on a halo searching detox and you cut out alcohol, you're going to get a detox headache. So if you're going to give up alcohol, that's great. Everybody's entitled to their own thing. Then do it gradually. Otherwise, you just give yourself an extra big headache because your body can't cope with you just suddenly going cold turkey on it, so to speak. So there we go. Insomnia, that's another thing that I was going to say. The insomnia, Liz, that can give you a headache as well, because the sleep deprivation gives you a headache. The broken sleep, I'm going to be covering that. I covered that actually on my page last Monday night. For those of you that are new to my page, look at my live I did last Monday night, or last Monday day, was it? But I've got a big Buddha behind me anyway. Look back over my page, look at the videos, and I've got a big Buddha behind me when I'm speaking about insomnia and ways that I can help. But I will be covering it again in the future. So yes, where were we? Where was I? Alcohol, yes. So giving up the alcohol, because all that does is accentuate any of the symptoms that we've got. Switching off the heating at night. If you get overheated, then you're going to sweat more, you're going to be more dehydrated, you're going to sleep less, everything else. Just, if you can, just turn the heating off. We're at that time of year. Turn it on elsewhere in your house, but just keep it off in the bedroom. Keep it off in the bedroom if you can. Make him put another layer on. Sleep in single duvets. Bosey him up and then leave him to his side of the bed. So it's perfectly acceptable during these years to have single duvets. Let's be honest. It's angry and aggressive. Janice, oh, I feel for you. Yeah, it's part of it. It's all part of it. The mood swings is part of it. Your estrogen levels going up, down, round the bloody bend. Yeah, feeling aggressive, mood swings. It's so annoying. Now, painkillers. Obviously, initially, when you don't understand that the headaches that you've never had before could be hormonal, you could grab for the painkillers. But if you're grabbing for the painkillers on a regular basis, girls, please hear me on this one. The painkillers, the ibuprofen, these sorts of things, not only do they upset your stomach, but they lessen the lining of your stomach. They lessen the lining of your stomach so that even when you put the good stuff in, your stomach can't absorb as much of it as it used to. So please, please. Oh, Annette, that's horrible as well when you just lose interest in life. You lose your mojo, lack of motivation, lethargy. Girls, I hear you, I really do. And just, if you've not tried HRT, I can only speak from my personal circumstances. The sweats stopped within 3 days. The mood swings stopped. A lot of the ones that were really doing my head in stopped after 3 days of taking HRT. Let me show you what I'm taking. Wait a minute. Grabbing into the drawer. So, things that save the day for a Kate. I'm not suggesting you go to the doctor and say, give me this, but take the list, download the list, go to your doctor with it, and see if this is a possibility for you. That's the HRT that I'm on, that you take it every day like a pill kind of thing. This, loads of you have told me how much this helps. There's a plus one as well. I'm a skinflint, so as long as this one works for me, I'm not paying double the price for the other one. But I've got a really good link that I'll share tomorrow night with you, where you can get really good on Amazon Prime. There's a really good deal going on this right now. Because, as some of you might know, there's an HRT shortage going on in areas of the UK. Thankfully, it's not in ours, but I know some of you have mentioned it as well. So, yep, it's you'll land up with Barrett's oesophagus with too much pain relief. Thank you, Janet. I can't even pronounce that, but thank you for sharing it. Yeah. Please try and steer clear of taking daily pain relief. You don't want to, it's just not the way ahead, girls. Try and find something else. So, magnesium. There is a magnesium spray that you can get. And so you spray it, it gets absorbed onto the skin, and it works really well with the serotonin in your body, which is the receptors and other migraine receptors. So if you can see, you can Amazon it, magnesium spray gets absorbed by the skin. It's not another pill to take, and it can really, really help. The itchy skin, Audrey, yeah, I know of that being a symptom, and it's they reckon it's to do with your skin isn't actually itching, it's to do with the nerve endings that are being messed with in your brain, telling yourself that it's itchy when it isn't. Try something like this to try and balance things out. Try that. High blood pressure, so not allowed the HRT, right? So alternatives. Girls, there's loads of girls on here right now I know who are trying alternatives to that. And share, girls, this is a place to share. You are helping so many ladies who haven't had the guts to talk about this with somebody else. Sharing here, but if you're going to share what you're on, please share how long you've been on it and how much it helps. What did it help with? If we could have that as a rule for the next 30 days, share what you're on or share something that works, but share what it's helped with, please. That would be absolutely great. And where you get it from. Is it from the doctors or is it from this? This is from Boots. Or you can get it from Amazon. That's where the really good deals are. So, what was I going to say next? One of the biggest things for headaches as well is the stress and the anxiety. Because of the estrogen leaving and the cortisol increasing is the thing that is going to happen as you get older, ladies. So you need to be one step ahead of it and recognize it, that you are getting this fight or flight being pumped into your system when you've possibly never had it before. And it's a really scary thing. It can give you the panic attacks. It can give you the feeling of anxiety. It can make you close down. It can start to make you feel depressed. But if you don't use the list and you just go to a doctor with those symptoms, they will bang you on antidepressants. Understandably so. I'm not doctor bashing because the symptoms are so similar, but it's not going to help you. It's not going to help you. It is not going to get rid of the root cause. So please, 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 please try, see what else you're suffering with and try with other things. And the anxiety, I will cover that a lot in the night when I do the anxiety. But for the purpose of this and the headaches, the meditation, I'll share with you some of the meditations that I do. I've been through a lot of grief in my life. I've gone through depression in my life. I've been through IVF, 10 rounds of that. I had to learn how to deal with the anxiety and the depression and the grief that came with each round of losing babies. And so I had to find a way through it, because if I just let it take me over, there is no way I could ask my firstborn and my husband to support me in going through IVF again if I was going to make their lives hell throughout it. So that's why I had to learn to embrace this. And I did, and I found ways of doing it, and I can't wait to share them with you. There is ways through this, girls. If you take nothing else from tonight, take the hope and the fact that the stuff I'm going to be sharing with you, you will find something that will make you feel a bit better. And if you're in the depths of the anxiety and the depression and you've just lost yourself and you've lost your mojo, please hear it from the heart. Just try and feel a little bit better tomorrow. Just a little bit. Louise, yeah, I'm so glad. Please give thumbs up and hearts if this is helping you. It's baby steps. If you've been suffering this for a while in silence, nobody in your family appreciates it. You can't speak to anybody, your friends about it. You've not spoken to anybody about it because it's not a thing to be spoken about in the environment that you're in. Then please just try and get baby steps. If you've been crying every day, if you've been crying 5 times a day, I've been there. I know how debilitating it is. I know what it feels like to just not want to step out of the door. I know what it feels like to just not want to get out of the car, and even go in the supermarket is overwhelming. I understand, girls, I really do. And that's why I want to share with you the ways that we can get around it. But there is hope for you, and we can do this. And together in this community, in sharing with each other, we will find a way that will work for you, that will make you feel better than you do right now. I really do believe that. And the more of us that share and the more of us that talk, I have no ego in this. I'm just bringing you what's worked for me. But we've all got different circumstances. We all come from different backgrounds, but we can help. We can help each other. And ladies come together and we make shit happen. Nobody can do it more powerfully than us. We really can. If you are on this call, you're on here for a reason, and it's not for a bad reason, it's for something good is going to come of it. I truly believe in that. Fate brought you here and it's going to make you feel good. That I do believe. So try and minimize the anxiety. Try and put yourself in a slightly happier place each day on the scale of miserable, depressed, loathing, can't get out of bed. Try and get out of bed. If can't remember the last time you laughed out loud, try and find something that makes you laugh. Try and release those endorphins. Tomorrow, try and get yourself out for a walk, a fast kind of walk that gets your blood pumping just a little bit. That'll release the natural endorphins. Try and find an exercise that you like to do that can really save you through the menopause. Exercise, I really believe that. I really do. I know so many ladies that I've helped through that, but that just in general, just get yourself exercising for that. And get yourself, with the headaches, if you think it could be more, if it's worrying you and it's consistently worrying you, go to the doctors about it. You really do. I'm not saying every headache is hormonal. And if you've got a very acute one and it's been for a long period of time, there could be something else. So please go seek medical advice if it continues. And if some of what I've shared tonight helps, then we're on our path. So tomorrow I will be sharing a different subject, and we will be diving right into it. But here, if you're watching this on catch up, say catch up. If you've enjoyed this, if it's helped you, please share that it has helped, because that gives me the courage to just share more with you. This is a new learning curve for me. I'm used to sharing health, fitness, nutrition, that side of things. That's what I've been sharing with ladies for the last 30 years. But I feel on a mission with this one, girls, to share more than that. Let's hit this menopausal nail on the head and make ourselves feel better. Let's do this. Crying at the drop of a hat, Nikki. I know. And it's so frustrating. But again, if you understand what's going on, you can be one step ahead of it. So, oh, good. Oh, I'm glad it's helped. I'm glad it's helped. Jeanette, Julie, I am so glad. And join a gym. Yeah, look, yoga, Pilates is really good for you as well. Lynn, it's my pleasure. Lainey, oh, I hope you feel better soon. And thank you for sharing with me what was going on. And I'm so, good. Right, find that magnesium spray. Lynette, find it. Lovely to see you on the call. And good, I'm glad it was good tips. And so tomorrow we shall dive into another one. And we will keep going with this until we get you as many solutions as we possibly can. Okay, guys, I shall see you all tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. I will be here and I'll be chatting again to you. So share the love. Tag somebody if you've got a friend who you think could benefit from this. Tag them in it. Please share this. Share to whoever you think needs it. I'm just here to help. And Nikki, that's so nice to hear. Thank you. And I look forward to being your ray of sunshine when we do the planking challenge tomorrow. And so for those of you that have seen that on my page, I started that at the beginning of September. That is my little gift to followers. If you bear with me, I'll be doing another one again in January. It'll be the next one. Or come on it now. If you can plank for a minute and 20 seconds, come on it with us now. Join me tomorrow morning at 7:20. So I shall see you all tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Help share the love. Feel better, guys. And thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. And if you're watching on catch up, just say catch up and let me know if you've enjoyed it. Okay then. Bye-bye. Good night, everyone.